Alright dudes, Hazink here and welcome back to the Netherrealm once again till we discuss Disgaea RPG. That's right, this on a Disgaea channel is a Disgaea video. I know you're all surprised to see that, and it's also not taken from one of my streams, so if you've skip those videos, then don't skip this one because it's not from a stream. Anyway guys, I'm loving the support on the channel as always. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. I said it really quickly, got it out of the way. Right, so what I want to talk to you guys about is I want to talk about summoning, and I want to talk about future units and future banners, okay? Now, I'm not going to talk about rates, I'm not going to talk about shafts, I'm not going to talk about anything like that, okay? I'm actually going to talk about the way that units are rated and the way that people, like myself to a certain extent, although I'm probably going to shy away from doing it in the future, and other YouTubers hype up units. They tell you units are must-have units, etc. And a lot of this is based on the Japanese tier lists, okay? Now, as someone who's played some other gachas, one thing I just want to point out straight away is Japanese tier lists aren't always representative of what the mainline tier list would be when the game came to global. Like, for example, if you go and look at the top 10 best units according to global Dokkan players, they will list 10 units. And if you go and look at the Japanese player bases rankings of where they've put units, they rank them completely different. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if it's down to the hype level of the character themselves, their usability, whatever. But sometimes it's better to just take a wait and see approach with these things, because we don't always know how it's going to fit into our playstyle. Now, the main thing I want to talk to you about today is, when do you use all your crystals to go for a unit, okay? Now, we're going to have units coming up. Tyrant valvatorez might be coming soon. I really hope he's not coming soon. I'll tell you that now. I really hope Tyrant valvatorez is not coming soon. However, he is coming soon. We don't know how soon, but if he comes next week, God help us. But anyway, he is ranked in Japan as an SS tier character, and he is a very good character. However, if you go and look at his kit, you will see that as a character, he really, to get the best out of him, you need to be running a spear team, okay? Now, a lot of people aren't. I mean, I know from speaking to people, from looking at videos, from watching live streams, from my Discord where people talk about their builds, pretty much no one talks about running a spear team, okay? It's not something that you hear people talking about very much. They've either focused on magic, monsters, swords, or bows. They seem to be the thing that people are really into just now. So someone like Tyrant valvatorez is going to come out, and we're going to have a bunch of videos with people saying, oh my god, the next big unit is coming to Disgaea RPG, must summon. And what that's going to do is it's going to build a level of expectation in people where they feel that they have to get that unit. And if they don't get that unit, oh my god, it's game over. I can't play this game anymore. Now, we've seen it already. We've seen it with Rosalind, okay? Now, Rosalind's slightly different as she does fit on most teams, okay? However, there's still going to be team builds that you use where you're going to opt to not have Rosalind. So first and foremost, what I would say before you summon on any banner, like, it doesn't matter what banner, it doesn't matter how much a YouTuber like me, my friend Gacha Talks, someone else says to you, this unit is amazing. If that unit isn't going to work in your team builds, it doesn't matter. Honestly, it does not matter. You do not need to summon. You're not missing out. Sometimes people have this whole fear of missing out, especially in gacha games where you feel that you need to get that unit. I can't tell you how many times I've summoned for a unit thinking, oh, this is the next big thing, I've got to get this unit. And they literally sit in my box doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I end up using the same one or two teams throughout my entirety of playing the game, unless it's like a special mission or a special challenge or something like that. But generally, even with those special missions or special challenges, there is a B team access for you to be able to pop off whatever missions you need to pop off or get any special rewards. They generally don't lock it behind you summoning that one character. And I think a lot of that's to do with Japanese gacha laws, where they can't restrict specific things behind you must spend money to be able to do this, okay? So what I'm basically trying to say in a very long-winded way is, when it comes to summoning for units in the future, you have to really just weigh up yourself. What do I want? Do I want this unit because I like them, or is this unit going to make my team better? Because in Disgaea, there ends up becoming a lot of variations of the characters, okay? So, Tyrant Valvatorez is coming out. There's going to be other variations of Valvatorez coming out down the line. So, if he is your favourite character, you're still going to have the opportunity to get a higher tiered version of Valvatorez than the one that's out at the moment. Again, I'm using valvatorez as an example because there's obviously rumours swirling just now that he may be dropping next Tuesday. Again, guys, I'm not down for that. I'm really not. So don't. I've been accused already of being a shill, a corporate employee, and all the rest of it because I'm quite positive about this game. But I'll tell you now, Tyrant Valvatorez being released early is a mistake, and it shouldn't happen. And hopefully, the information that's been leaked about that by data miners is wrong. But I guess we just have to wait and see. So what you need to do is you need to look at your box. You need to decide, what am I running just now? If you're running a sword team, for example, then a character like Yukimura on this banner is actually good for you. Do you know what I mean? And you've got if you don't get Rosalind and you get Yukimura, you've pulled someone who's actually going to really help your team. If you get her at any one, she's going to give you a boost to your SP. She's going to boost the damage that your sword characters do. There's a lot of good reasons for you to pull on a banner like this. But if you're simply going for Rosalind because you've heard a lot of people saying, you must get this character, she is SS tier, then you're summoning for the wrong reasons. You're absolutely summoning for the wrong reasons. You should be summoning because a character is going to make your team better. It's going to fill out your box. If you're a collector in gacha games, you're generally a whale, okay? Most free-to-play players generally aren't box collectors who want to complete their box. They may do over time, and over time you have a good chance of that happening because usually in gacha games you have celebrations, you have download milestones, things like that, and gacha companies generally have some kind of reward system in place where they'll give you tickets for an anniversary banner and you can pull past units for free, or they'll have very large amounts of free currency and you can use that on a special banner. Something like that. That's generally how a lot of free-to-play players tend to fill out their box and get those characters that plug the gaps of things that they've been wanting to get. But when it comes to premium banners, when it comes to banners that you want to summon on, what I also think you should do is set a limit. Okay, it can be difficult, right? It can be very difficult, especially if you've saved 40,000 gems, and I'm using 40,000 gems because people say that quite a lot, even though they're quartz, right? You've saved up 40,000 gems, you really decided that you wanted Rosalind and you busted a nut to get her and you didn't get her. There's going to become a point of diminishing returns, guys. If you go the full 40 and you get her on your last multi, you're still not going to feel good about it. You're still going to feel like you've wasted your currency. So on some banners, it might make more sense to set yourself a limit and don't go over that limit. Again, I know it can be difficult, but if you manage your expectations, it means that when these other banners come along that have units that actually work for you, that you can actually put onto a team right away that are going to do a lot for you, then you can pull them and you can get them and you will have currency there. And if you don't, then there's fallbacks, there's things like pity, there's things like guaranteed step-ups, all that kind of good stuff is coming to Disgaea RPG. Now obviously, in the last 24 hours, 48 hours, there's been a little bit of negativity about the gacha system. People saying it's unfair, the rates are rigged, blah blah blah. Personally, again, hate me in the comments if you want. I've played so many gacha games where the experience is the same. I cannot say that Rosalind was bad. You guys seen my summon. I got free Yukimura and I got a Rosalind inside free multis. Again, I'm not knocking anyone else's experience. I understand it was bad for a lot of people, but it was equally good for about as many people. On my Discord, I see lots of people posting their pulls, and people done well on the banner, just like people done badly on the banner. And unfortunately, that's just the nature of the beast for gacha games. And again, I would never want to drive people away from playing this game. But what I would say to you right now is if you cannot deal with not getting what you want from banners, you should not be playing in gacha games, period. That's it. That's the best advice I can give you. If you cannot handle that, then these type of games are not for you. Again, might sound like I'm a bit preachy in this video. I don't mean to be. I just want people to summon for characters that they want, not characters that some list or some YouTuber. I'll do it. I will. I'll hype up units. I will. But I don't want to be responsible for you feeling that I've not got this unit. I'm now behind the curve. I'm not going to be able to do anything. So look at units. Decide for yourself. Watch showcase videos. We'll obviously put out videos, tell you what the unit's like, tell you what the unit's capable of. If you listen to that and you think they're not going to fit on my team, then don't summon. Simple, do not summon. Just keep your stones, roll on to the next banner. The best way to approach gacha games as a free to play is you should never in your head have the expectation that you're going to summon on every banner. You need to skip some banners. You just got to do it. And even when skipping those banners, you will still sometimes get unlucky, guys. It's just unfortunately the way these games go. And like I say, I'll say it again, if you cannot deal with that, then don't play the game. That's the best advice I could give you, and I wouldn't play gacha games period if you can't deal with that. But I'm sorry if I sound a bit condescending. I don't mean to. It's not my intention at all with this video. I just want people in future to really take a look at the banners, really decide with the fact that we might get a few soon. Hopefully we don't, but we might. Look at them, digest it yourself, decide, is this unit going to benefit me? And if you think it's not, then just keep that currency and roll on to the next one. You can beat everything in this game with your box. You really can. There's going to be a lot of videos coming out from me soon that will give you a lot of tips showing you how to use free-to-play characters, how to use 2-star characters, 3-star characters, stuff like that. You can beat the hard things in this game without having the top-tier gacha units from the banners. So all I'd say, guys, is just work out what you want to build, and going forward, only summon for characters that are going to help you or you're going to enjoy using. I've been Hazink. I realise this video was a bit of an infomercial, I'm sorry, but I will catch you on the next Disgaea RPG video, guys. Peace.